What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, baby. And not gonna really talk too much about the game because there wasn't too much going on. You know, Julius Randle wasn't there. D'Angelo Russell, he's out as well. And speaking of D'Angelo Russell, I'm gonna talk about him a little bit, not too much, but I want to talk about a couple other players that are not on the team as well. But the Lakers didn't show no fire. They didn't show no energy. Usually the Lakers would come out, they would scratch, they would fight their way back, but it seemed like they gave up. This is the reason why when I made a video a while ago and I said that who will be the Lakers inspirational player and inspiring player, and that's the reason why I said Julius Randle is more that inspiring player. If you watch some of his games, like when he had the confrontation with DeMarcus Cousins and also when Tyson Chandler, he was like that voice. He spoke up, and even these guys challenged him, but as a man he backed off in a way where it wouldn't get him technicals and all that. But Julius Randle is like that. It's like what Draymond Green is to the Golden State Warriors. This is what Julius Randle is. Even though we might not have D'Angelo Russell, I still think if we at least had Julius Randle, we probably wouldn't have got beat by 40. We probably got beat by 20. Because I was saying on Twitter that if we stayed within 15 and 20, we were okay, because I didn't expect the Lakers to, beat this team. This team was out for revenge. We were the first team to beat them, I believe. No, I'm sorry. San Antonio beat them first. So we were the second team to beat them. And on top of that, Daddy ain't want son to beat him. And the reason why I say Daddy ain't want son to beat him because, we kind of like, our whole game is basically based off the Warriors game. But Daddy didn't want son to beat him, so they came out and spanked us. And they did what they're supposed to do. I mean, this is the league team. This is the Justice League, Superman, Batman, Robin. Well, not Robin, but Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, The Flash. You know what I'm saying? And Iron Man. I'm not Iron Man. He's from Marvel. But anyway, that's what it was like. We were playing against the Justice League, and we were like small-time crooks. And they smacked all us and threw all of us in jail. But anyway, going to the stats real quick, and I guess I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to talk about a couple other players real quick. The Lakers shot 43% from the field. Golden State shot 61%. We were 8 for 20 behind the three-point arc. We shot 40%. They shot 52%, 19 for 36. Like I said, when they hot, it's hard to play them when they hot. Free throws made, we made 81%. They made 68%, but we were getting a lot of tic-tac fouls, a lot of ghost fouls. But I'm not going to be so, all about, okay, the ref did this, the ref did that. At the end of the day, the Lakers didn't even come to play. Simple as that. Like, once Julius Randle and D'Angelo Russell were not, on the roster, it was like the whole energy, the atmosphere, everything just went out. And like I said, mostly it was Julius Randle because we won a game against OKC with Julius Randle, with D'Angelo Russell being out. So it wasn't so bad because Calderon came in and did a pretty good did a pretty good thing starting off. He got his first 3 shots. He was the only one that kept us going at the beginning. But then, it kind of faded out. It was too late. Then Golden State just ran away with it. Like in the second quarter, they freaking had 80 before halftime. So it was just they just gave up. Assists, we only had 22. Golden State, I think they tied their record of 47 assists. Even tied or went past it. But the saying is that when Golden State has 30 or more assists, they're going to win majority of their games. They play unselfish basketball, and their game is almost similar to San Antonio, the way they play unselfish basketball. But they also play the triangle offense, motion triangle offense. And I also heard a comment where Luke Walton said that he's not going to implement the triangle offense yet because he don't want the guys to be, he don't want too much burden on the young guys right now. He wanted to get to understand motion offense, and then he's going to wind up implementing triangle offense in it after a while. But anyway, we had 5 steals, they had 7 steals, and it's the hustle man points. We didn't like nothing on the hustle man points. We had 1 block, they had 5. We only had 12 turnovers, which ain't bad, but it was too late anyway. They had 10. Fast break points, they had 29. We only had 13. Points in the paint, we had 34. And remember, Golden State is an outside shooting team. They wind up still having 50 points in the paint. Personal foul, 25, 20. Now, this is the biggest problem with the Lakers on defense. The biggest problem with the Lakers on defense is that the perimeter defense is not that good. But the other biggest problem is that they don't also trust their centers. Whether it's Mozgov, whether it's Tar Black, whether it's Larry Nance, or whether it's Julius Randle. And the reason why I say that, if you ever notice, as soon as a player goes to the paint or the ball gets thrown down to the paint, the whole Laker defense collapsed to the paint. And I think what the biggest problem is with the young guys, because, lack of experience, and eventually over the course of time they're going to get better with this, but because the communication is not there. There's no way can nobody tell me that Luke Walton is telling all of them crash down low. I know he's not telling them that. What he's probably telling them is communicate with each other so that when they throw the ball down low, somebody on the weak side can come over and help out. Not everybody. And that's what the biggest problem with the Lakers is, that the whole team crashed down low. And when they do that, scouts see this. They say, you know what? We got 3 guys sitting around the perimeter. So when they crash down low, based on lack of communication, any team able to throw the ball back out to the individual, where now the individual actually passed the ball to somebody wide open, and what happened? They wound up shooting a high percentage shot, what leads to a 3 or something like that. So that's the biggest problem with the Lakers I see, personally, is that the defense, the perimeter defense is not as strong. And I'm not saying it's not bad, it's just not as strong, because some of the plays mostly come off pick and rolls and screens that the guys got to fight through. But a lot of things is also trying to keep their man in front, and that will be taught over the course of time. Defense can be taught. Offense usually is just a skill that eventually either you got it, or later on down the line you pick it up, or you just don't have it. But defense can be taught. It's just that they got to just learn discipline. Once they learn discipline, they should be pretty good. Now, the one thing I want to say, at the end of the day, ain't too much to talk about. Like, Steph Curry was just freaking hot, man. I mean, the guy was just freaking. It's like watching NBA 2K, man. The guy was just shooting from all angles, and there wasn't nothing you really could do against him, man. He was like 7 for 12 behind the 3-point arc. He shot over 50% from the 3. Klay Thompson was 4 for 7. He shot over 50%. Kevin Durant was 2 for 4. Then they had a nice, decent bench come up. The bench play, Clark came out. He shot 5 for 5 behind the 3-point arc. So it was just too much for the Lakers, man. They just ain't had no answer, and they got out rebound. The whole thing is, like I said today, because they didn't have Julius Randle. It's not so much D'Angelo Russell. It's more Julius Randle. And I'm not saying that, once again, I'm not saying that they would have still beat the Golden State Warriors, but they would at least try to fight. Julius Randle would give them that energy on that first unit. To get them guys going. But Calderon, like I say, he had a pretty good game. Lou Aldane, once again, 26 minutes, 3 for 9, 8 points. He did 7 boards, 2 assists, but he missed a lot of layups. Man, he just looked flat. And I feel bad for Lou Aldane, because I used to watch Lou Aldane in Chicago. And Coach D ran him, Joakim Noah, and freaking Derrick Rose in the ground. But all 3 of them guys are damage material based on Coach Dibbs. He just don't have it like he had when he was in Chicago. I know somebody was talking to Laker here, and he was saying that Lou Aldane should play the power forward position. That'd be cool, but that only if Julius Randle can shoot a jumper. If Julius Randle can shoot a jumper, then you can have Julius Randle play the small forward and have Lou Aldane play power forward, because it probably play more to his game, like where he can play around the basket. He's pretty good rebounding, for 6'9". He's pretty good. Brandon Ingram, I like his game. This game he was aggressive. He was 6 for 12. Knocking down his 3-pointers. He was 50% behind the 3-point arc, 2 for 4. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He did get a couple. Kevin Durant did block his shot, but he came to play. He had 16 points. Mozgov, he had 12 points. He was looking good. This is the Mozgov I want. I'm just hoping that he can just stay out of foul trouble. He did have 4 rebounds. We got to pick that up. He got to give us more rebounding. That's what we got him for: to rebound, play defense, and be able to hit open shots. He can shoot. I've been telling people one thing about Mozgov: he can shoot. The biggest problem is that he just stay in foul trouble. If we can get like 10, 12 points from Mozgov on that first unit, that'd be good, because it opened up the offense for us on that first unit. We definitely need him and Lou Aldane to step up. They're getting paid all this money. They gotta produce. Mozgov has been the unsung hero among those two. He's been doing pretty good. It's just that he gets in foul trouble, and also Luke Walton not playing him at crucial moments when he need to have him in according to matchups. Jose Calderon, I gotta give him, I gotta give him respect. He came out, he played pretty good. Didn't get, he got 20 minutes. He didn't play too much, but he had 6 assists. He kind of ran that first unit. He was running. He was fired up. He was the only one that was really fired up to me on that first unit. Nick Young only played 19 minutes. He was 3 for 8. He sat out for a while. I don't know if he was hurt or whatever, but I guess they let Jordan Clarkson and Lou Williams stay in. And both of these guys, I was expecting more from them. They didn't do too much. They kind of like out of sync. Jordan Clarkson did have 16, and Lou Williams had 16, but I thought they were going to hit like 25, 30, since there was no D'Angelo Russell and there was no Julius Randle. And these guys got Lou Williams only got 22 minutes, but Jordan Clarkson got 29. I was expecting more from him, not too much. Tara Black just looked timid, like he was scared. He missed a couple layups. He was like, instead of going up strong on a couple plays, he was kind of like not doing too much. So, Metal World Peace King got 14 minutes, hit 2 threes, but he just looked, I don't know, he just looked kind of slow up there. He couldn't stick nobody. Everybody was blowing past him. Larry Nance only had 4 points. He didn't do too much. He did have 7 rebounds, 1 block, but Robinson came out there. He just ain't do anything, man. Like I said today, there was not too much you could do, with these players. But now we're going to talk about D'Angelo Russell. Now, D'Angelo Russell is out for 2 weeks due to a knee injury. Now, according to an article, Lou Walton said that It was disappointing because we definitely missed that, but more as we continue to try to build something, and now he's not out there being part of that. He's not learning and building the trust that you're trying to get when players are together for a long time. He also said before his team faced the Golden State Warriors. He missed a couple of weeks of that, but yeah, we definitely missed what he's been doing for us so far this year. Walton said he's unsure how long Russell had been in pain, but it did get worse. Russell's injury caught the coach off guard because he was limping at practice and not running well, so was taken out. Walton also said he likes to keep it pretty positive and isn't yet concerned about Russell potentially needing surgery. Now, due to a couple games where Russell probably been playing bad, as far as we're concerned, Russell probably been injured for a while and probably just basically ain't been saying nothing, but to the point where it got so bad where it was noticed. Because like Lou Walton said, it caught him by surprise. So a lot of games where we didn't see Russell like not keep in front of the defender, because there was games where I stated, and you can go back and look at some of the games where Russell played pretty good defense. He stayed in front of the defender. He was real physical. Then there was games where he just slag off like the guy was blowing past him. So I'm thinking like this guy, knees been hurting for a while. He just ain't never say nothing. He played through it. I like that. But at the same time, I'm just hoping and praying that this ain't an ongoing problem throughout his career. You know, he's a young guy. We don't want to have him having knee problems at a young age. A similar individual player that used to play for Portland Trailblazers, you know, not saying he had the same injury, but he had, he had knee problems. Wound up, retiring kind of early. So I'm hoping that, everything works out pretty good for Russell and he can get back in and continue playing. Now, another person I want to talk about real quick is Zubac. Now, I know a lot of fans were happy about T. Robinson getting the last spot. A lot of that came based on the fact that E didn't want to play for the Lakers because he wanted more minutes, so he wanted to, test the market, see if anybody else, could pick him up. That's the reason why T. Robinson got the spot. Now, based on what I've seen, I told people a while ago that Robinson got the exact same game as Tar Black. Just somebody who smothers the paint. A gritty, physical type of player, but he's not going to give you much on offense unless it's lobs, put back, something like that. He's not somebody that's going to hit the 15-footer to spread the offense. Now, Zubac, we know he's raw, we know he's young, and he's still learning the NBA level. Going to the D-League is a good thing for him because it gives him minutes and give him a chance to play with guys over in America. Get him a little loose. But also, I still would have preferred him being on the bench than T. Robinson. I would have sent T. Robinson to the D-League, and I would have kept Zubac here. Only because, like this situation when they played the Warriors and got blown out 40 points, this has been a good opportunity for Zubac to get in the game, get a couple reps, get a little bit more comfortable. Like I said, the game against Atlanta, he played pretty good. Dwight Howard did what he's supposed to do to him because, he's a rookie and Dwight Howard is an all-star. He's been in the league for a while. He will take advantage of him, and he did just that. But Zubac, he did pretty good. And there was another game he came in, he didn't do too much. I mean, he got in foul trouble. His biggest problem is getting in foul trouble early. Moving the feet slow. I think he's just not comfortable yet. But once he get comfortable, I still think that Zubac is going to be a force to reckon with in years to come. I just wish that he didn't go to the D-League and actually play with the Lakers now so he can get some more rep, because throughout the season, there's going to be a point in time where Miles might need the rest or Tar might need the rest, and they could bring him in. But, if most time forbid, if one of them guys get injured, Zubac can't come up. So I'm thinking that, we'll see more of Zubac in the games to come. I think they're going to wind up pouring him up because T. Robinson just ain't giving us nothing. Like I say, he's nothing but Tar Black, just an inch taller. That's it. And they brought him in last night, didn't do too much. So it would have been pretty good to see Zubac out there and getting some more reps. So going down to the D-League, getting some more opportunities, some more reps, it's going to build up his confidence. It's going to motivate him. I'm going to bring out a video, talking about Zubac in a couple games that he played in the D-League because I've been watching some of them games as well. Checking him out, seeing what my man Zubac can do. I'm just hoping that he gets back into the NBA before the season is out because I definitely like to see him play at the NBA level. With that being said, it's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. We got the Warriors this Friday. I'm hoping that we don't get blown out by 40 points. I don't think we are. I think we're going to come back and play harder. The Warriors just basically were mad, so they just got their revenge on us, and they just say, you know what, we're going to do these guys in. And they did what they're supposed to do. Like I said before, they're an elite team. But it is what it is. I'm not mad with our boys, We still played. I wish we'd have played a little bit harder, but, you win some, you lose some. It's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. Tell me what you like. With that being said, people, have a blessed day and definitely be safe out there. Take care. Much love.